What's up, family? Welcome to another episode of Mediazewtv. I hope everyone is doing okay out there, in good spirits and in good health. This episode deals with the reality of white supremacy and its effects, which are largely denied to even exist. But before we get started, can I please ask you to hit that like, share, and subscribe button? It goes a long way to help the channel, and thanks again for your support. Let's go.
It doesn't matter if a Democrat or Republican win the midterms, because that's not the problem. The problem is this country wanted to maintain the white male patriarchy. Too many people in this country saw the black man sitting in the White House instead of picking their cotton, and they lost their shit. And they saw the traditional family values, white America, going away. And their clan leader told them that the brown people are taking your America away. Do you see MAGA working in the fields? Do you see them out there picking the almonds and the raisins and the tomatoes? No, because they're lazy as fuck. They don't want to do anything. They just want to bitch and moan and talk about Antifa and George Soros and CRT and DEI and be the white victim. And next, they're coming after my Christianity. The poor white man has been so oppressed. Since when? When have you been oppressed, MAGA? Were you allowed to sit in the same church? Drink from the same water fountain? Sit in a school? Oh no, that was black people. Were you put in internment camps? Oh wait, that was Asians. Were you allowed to have credit and not allowed to vote and have no-fault divorce? Oh wait, that was women. Were you around when 60,000 Native Americans were pushed to the west by Andrew Jackson and thousands were unalived? Oh wait, that was Native Americans, not white people. But somehow, you've convinced yourself that you're the victim, the poor white man. You poor, helpless little creature. How do you live? You poor thing. You've been so mistreated. Oh, please, let me clutch my pearls a little harder. That's what this is about, people. The guy sitting in the White House, the clan leader, that wears makeup and orange diapers, he's basically a drag queen. Let's be real. They chose the most bumbling idiot that walks around because he's senile walking on the roof, that chickens out of everything, cheats on his marriage, cheats on his taxes, cheats on golf, cheats on his cult members, cheats on everything because he's a loser. Just like his base. They're attracted to it like flies are attracted to garbage. That's what they're attracted to. They couldn't stomach a black man in the White House. We have to just acknowledge it, people. That goes for all of you. Midas Touch, Lincoln Project, CNN, MSNBC, all of you content creators. Brian Cohen, I get it. I understand that you want to have 8 trillion viewers. I get it. And subscribers so you can make money. But I'm going to tell you what. The real problem isn't reporting the news and making money. The real problem is white supremacy. And not one of you people are talking about it. Why? Because it's not sexy. It's not tantalizing. It doesn't get views. Well, that's too damn bad. Doing the right thing is doing the right thing even when it's not popular. Martin Luther King said that a leader is not a searcher of consensus, they are a molder of consensus. And right now, all of you are grifters. You are whoring yourself out for money. You're all reporting the same bullshit breaking news. Oh, look at these bright yellow letters in my thumbnail. Ooh, let me ask a question in the title so people will get an emotional reaction and like and subscribe and share it, and I can make thousands of dollars on it. But you're ignoring the real issue, which is white supremacy. And it's going to take more people like me that are a molder of consensus like Martin Luther King. And I am not even a fraction of an inch like that legend. But I'm going to be my damnedest if I'm not going to follow his lead. And John Lewis and Colin Kaepernick and Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman. Because for too damn long, my demographic has been sitting on our ass and being lazy. Now, who are you going to be, creators? Do you want to come in here and TikTok and grift and make money and whore yourselves out for capitalism while you bitch about eating the rich and complain about capitalism? Or are you going to be part of the solution? What's it going to be? How is history going to remember you? Because I want to look back in 20 years and tell my grandkids that I was on the right side of this, that I found what the problem was, and whether I like it or not, I have white privilege. I can't help this, but you know what I can do? I can control what I do with it. And so what are you going to do? Are you going to hide behind it like we've done for the last hundreds of years? Or are you going to use it to actually tear down the male patriarchy? How's history going to remember you? Because I know how I'm going to be remembered.
Y'all excuse me. I've become addicted to this guy's content. To me, he just speaks the truth and is very powerful. Very powerful. He hits the nail right on the head. Not just with partisan opinions, but with facts, bolstered with example after example. And I can vividly remember when Obama won the presidency. At the time, I worked in an automotive shop of about 20 whites, and I was one of 2 minorities that worked there. And just before the election, we were in our corner listening to the radio while we worked. And the guy on the radio was talking about Obama and played a short speech of him talking. And I noticed my coworkers on the other side of the wall were laughing because they didn't think that he stood a chance of winning. And I can remember that I was off work when he won, and I went to a Walmart that next day. And I just noticed that something was totally off, because Walmart is always a busy and noisy place with people talking, shopping, and working. But this day was really weird in that it was so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. And it was the same way when I returned to work. Ugly looks from coworkers as if I'd done something wrong. Oh, yeah. And then the supervisor called a meeting to tell everyone that they didn't want anybody talking about Obama. And then I saw a repeat of this after January 6th, 2021, when my plant supervisor called a meeting just to say, I don't want anyone talking about what happened at the Capitol with the insurrection stuff, because everybody doesn't believe the same, he said. Which was crazy considering he had 1 million Trump stickers all over his car. But some things never change. And society has reached a point to where the people in charge now feel like they're losing their grip because they have to compete and they don't like it. Now take, for instance, getting rid of the right to an abortion. They don't care about life through that lens. Just look at how they treat children when they come into the world with the laws they passed. They don't even want to feed them. Getting rid of Roe versus Wade was not about the black woman's body. It was because they're so bought in to the false notion of the replacement theory that minorities will outnumber them, when in reality, that already occurred 40 years ago, on top of whites only making up 13% of the whole world. Look it up. The whole world is indigenous. But let me know what you all think in the comments. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And thanks again for your support. And as always, remember to put God first, stay engaged, and stay informed. Peace.